This is going to be a reading for Capricorn. So I probably won't be able to do this for other signs, but I'll just tell you, fellow Capricorns, how I've been feeling. So since my birthday, maybe a little bit before, usually what happens for me is somewhere around mid-October, and it's no fail, since I can remember, at least for 28 years. And I'm older than that. I will have this, wow, I need to think about what comes next, what to do next year for the next 12 months, because my 12-month cycle doesn't run from January to December. It's weird, but that's me. I don't know about you. But pretty much somewhere mid-October, I start thinking about, okay, what's next? Where did I go wrong? What can I do different? How can I fix it or do better for the next 12 months? And I feel like that's where all Capricorns are. Could be wrong. But I think that there's a planning phase that begins for us a couple months before we're ready to move on to the next age, the next cycle, the next 12 months for us. And we pre-plan, as we always do. And how did my money go right or wrong? How did my choices go right or wrong? You know, and choices, that's a really big umbrella. Yeah. And how can I fix it or make it better or repair it? Or, you know, grow by leaps and bounds. That's when we start our, sorry, that's either the cat or the dog getting into my recycling. Don't worry. And so I feel like that's where we're at. I got a new deck of tarot cards and a new deck of oracle cards. It's a little different, but as you all know by now, I'm a card junkie now. Used to be wigs. I mean, it still is wigs. But now I've become like oh, those are nice cards. My husband will say, you don't need any more cards. You've got umpteen decks. And I'll say, but I don't have ones little like that. And then he'll say, why? So, came home with these. This is the, hopefully you can read that. I know that the video transposes. It's called the Korean Tarot card, The Secret of the Kingdom. Beautiful box. Cards are better. And I'll get started in just a second because I hate really long presentations. Yeah. That's the inside of the box. Doesn't take much to amuse me. And then I've got some that I've seen other tarot card readers use. Pretty much because I like the color. And you know me about the artwork and the imagery. That's just one of the cards. So, Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron. Read. And then the others, the Korean tarot card deck, is by hold on, because I had her name. Where's my book? That's not important. Kyungako. That's the author. Again, the artwork is amazing in both decks, the Oracle deck and the Tarot card deck. So, really don't know what's driving me to do this way. But like I said before, one of my kids is an artist, so I've come to appreciate the hard work that goes into that. You know, I see her being a perfectionist, and I'm like, really isn't that important? But it really is, you know, to the artist. You know, just like with tarot card readers, it is for them. In art, so I already pulled 3 oracle cards, and so I'm gonna adjust my camera so I can be more comfortable, so you won't know when I look confused, and then get started. Thanks for listening. Okay. Oh, and gonna go get that fixed. Never mind that part. That's not your business. Haven't been to any new crystal shops, but there is one called Four Sisters, and then there's another one called Three Silver Broomsticks. So I'm gonna also make it a point to try to visit those local businesses that sell metaphysical type stuff. Anyway, on to your reading. Capricorns. This is where we are at. This is what I pulled for us. For me, for you, for we. Fork in the road. Exchanging gifts. And the observer. You know what? For me personally, I spend the majority of my day in this mode right here. I am a watcher of things and people and scenarios and sounds, and I observe. That's it. You know what I mean? And then I come to my own conclusion at the end of everything. You know, once I'm ready to step away and evaluate, then, you know, I've seen what I need to see. I do it at work. I do it with my kids. I do it with my, you know, family. I watch and I listen. And I think that that's like a truly Capricorn thing. I can look at my kids and tell when they're not being completely 100% honest with me. Like they don't even have to like have an intonation in their voice. I can just kind of look at them and hold on, I'm gonna show you this. My youngest daughter just went to college, and I'm like, what are you doing today? Oh, nothing. Because she's away at the dorm, so I can't see anything. So I'm like, there's no homework, no studying. Did you go to work today? Just nothing at your dorm? Just kind of watching the boats go by, or, you know, what's... Oh, yeah. Now, my spidey senses and my Capricorn knowing says she's hanging out with friends. What does she come home with? A new tattoo and a nose ring. Yeah. All right. Back to your reading. Let's go. Fork in the road. 13. Cry with me about the nose ring. Cry with me. All right. The essential meaning of fork in the road is time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. Now, you know what? I know exactly what this means. I'll give you an example. Her tuition's pretty high, and I don't like paying it every month. And it's time. And I'm having to make a choice between her tuition and going shopping at Marshall's. So, yes, there's that, along with other bills, but pretty much we as Capricorns are having to, we don't like being so responsible all the time. I mean, but it's necessary to survive. And so there's that. So you personally, let's just think about this. This is a reindeer. See the antlers? I was going to say it's a donkey. Looks like a donkey. Donkeys are jackasses. No pun intended. And then there's a monkey up here. Tomfoolery. Silliness. Decisions. This reindeer looks like he is all about business, and the monkey is not. It's monkey business. Tomfoolery. Jackassery. I don't get in trouble for that. And then which way is the right choice? You see he's sitting on top of the direction poles. Problem is you don't know which one the monkey spun around. Let me get my proper English together. And this looks like not a haunted forest, but an enlightened forest. Travel as you may, one way or the other, you do need to make a choice. Left, right, or straight. Or back. Go backwards. But Capricorns don't really go backwards, do we? Once we left it in the past, that's where it's at. So X's beware. I honestly think with this one, I'll just read it for me since we're together on this. There's a number 13. 1 and 3 is 4, so numerologist, there's your number. But for me, the number 13 stands alone. And this is no numerology thing. This is just me thinking on this number. And that looks like a bad omen. Like a precursor to a really poor choice. Only one of these is pointing to the right, but there are two pointing to the left. So then in the Bible, it says that the path to heaven is very narrow, and the one to hockey sticks is wide. So you need to make the right choice, because these two are pointing left. And that's going to be hard, because there's going to be somebody or some people around you with the tomfoolery and the jackassery. Jackass is tied to a pole, and his nose is touching left. But then this clown or monkey is standing on the one that's to the left. So me being me and being a Capricorn, I would probably just go straight. I wouldn't trust either of these clowns. And I don't know how that resonates or works for you, but maybe that's saying if there's someone in your ear, solution sounds really good, pointing to the left. Why is that pointing to the left? I don't know. Solution's going to sound reasonable, very good. It's going to sound doable. Might not be right. You're going to have one of your silly friends or somebody who's going to come off as like this monkey, or behaviors like this monkey. And you're going to not trust their choices or their words, but consider their suggestion. And then there's this path right here that says go straight. Not left, not right. Or not left, not right. But straight. Because there's light in it. So maybe that means just keep going the way you're going. Walking into the light. Just keep going the way you're going. And don't veer to the left and don't veer to the right. Maybe don't change your plans up. Everything is working out the way it's supposed to be. And these are mere distractions. Tomfoolery and jackassery. Okay, sorry. I apologize. I don't. But that's really what that's coming off as to me. So maybe just keep going straight. Don't change anything. Exchanging gifts. The law of giving and receiving, whether that's currency, trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in time. Exchange your experience and skills and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. And if it's about love, it says love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and they've got the and in italics, and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be fulfilled. You know, and there's a prosperity message and a protection message, but I don't want to spend my whole time just reading out of the book. Exchanging gifts. Giving and receiving. Christmas time. So Capricorns, because you are born during Christmas and New Year and holiday cycle, exchanging of gifts. You know, some people also exchange gifts on the New Year. I'm a habitual giver, but it is really hard for me to receive. One of my daughters gave me a pretty nice, pricey gift, and I cannot bring myself to open or use the item simply because of its value. And I talked to her about taking it back and, you know, getting something much lower value. And it hurt her feelings. She said, well, if I couldn't financially do this thing for you, I would never have gotten it. And I understood that, but if I open it and start using it, it's gonna break my heart knowing how much it cost her. I just don't wanna. And so I know if I don't eventually get seen by her with that thing, then she's probably gonna feel some type of way. I think I might be wrong, but I think that all Capricorns might be just a little bit like that. Like, you know, I would lovingly give at that level and not think twice about it. And it could be simply as a Capricorn or as a parent, that's just in me to do that. I have all daughters, but for me, it's And it probably shouldn't be, so don't judge me. It's a value lesson. It's, yes, you are worth this. And so to you, fellow Capricorn, I will say that in giving and receiving, you need to receive at the level that you give. And if you receive at a level higher than you're able to give, you need to be okay with that. Your comeuppance is coming. You know, you will eventually. Perhaps it is a catalyst for you to understand where you're headed, where you could be, where you're supposed to be. Not supposed to be, that's wrong. I just think that you need to make your peace with receiving. That's what I get off of this card. We're not very good receivers as Capricorn, especially when we understand value, because we like nice things. We do. I know you do because I do. And usually the nice thing that I have purchased for myself. And so when somebody else is like, yes, I'm going to get you this nice thing, we're taken aback. We don't like, wait, well, only I understand what the value of this thing is for me. But apparently somebody else in your love circle or around you also understands how much you value things too. Like, you don't just go and get the stuff that's on sale. It has to be of value. They could be giving away 1,000 Toyota Corollas for $100, but if you say, but you know, I'm 7'9", a Toyota Corolla is not going to work for me, you're not going to get one. It really is like that. So, might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but yeah. Okay, and then I already talked about the Observer. So let's read what the book has to say about it, and then I'll do a tarot card reading with the new Korean tarot card deck. That one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be my first time stepping into that. So, perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. I said that, didn't I? All right. Oracle's message. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. Yes, my truth is the truth. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Yep. That's me. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do something exploring. Instead of considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. This reduces to 4. This reduces to 4. And this reduces to 9. So 4, 9, 4. Perhaps I should start to learn some numerology so I can understand what's going on. Okay. You're watching. This one's sleeping, and oh, look at, I see a spirit. You see that behind the moon? He is not looking at the moon. He's looking at the thing showing up behind the moon. And that's another thing as Capricorns. We're not just looking at surface level stuff. We are looking up the road. Oh, that looks like a sore thumb, doesn't it? We are looking up the road and planning for beyond. Beyond next week, beyond next payday, beyond next month, beyond next year. This time next year, what do I want? I want my life to look like what? Or I don't want to be doing what? Spending money that I don't need to spend on stuff that I'm only going to use once or twice and then never pick up again or never wear again. So we are looking past the things that we can see. We see this dude sleeping, but he's sleeping, but he's in deep thought. And all three of these are you. You're watching, you're resting, and you're still thinking. Even in your sleep, your mind is racing. I have that problem too. From the time I go to sleep, I'm thinking. From the time I wake up, I'm thinking constantly about how to improve, speed up, fix. There are certain goals I have set for myself by a certain age, a certain income level. By the time my kids are a certain age, and before I don't have grandkids yet, but before I have my first grandchild, where do I want to be in life? Just constantly planning. Sometimes it's overwhelming, and I know you like that too. But all right. At the bottom of this oracle deck, I've got Here and Now. I love this one. Yin. And Serendipity. I could go on and on and on. Never ending story. Wow. The Fates. Truth be told. Let me just stop. Oh, here's one. The Thinker. Wow. Wow. See? I was just saying that. Look at that. Past and future. You're thinking about where you were and where you're going. Hey, that's what we do. We're always like that. Yin. Must be you. See the infinity over here? I see it. I see this as an infinity symbol. A yin and a yang. You are the yin to somebody's yang. And this pedestal is symbolic as well. Perhaps they are already there and you are building, or you are working on it. Serendipity. I have been feeling really serene over the last few months. Honestly. Just like this petal. And this is I've got one of these plants in my house. I don't know the name of the plant. I always thought it was a 4-leaf clover. I just know that they go to sleep when it's dark and they wake up when the light's out. And I have been feeling really at ease, just like I am in a planning process. Never ending story. Yep. There is a source of frustration going on. And it's like there's some things that I have been working on for years, and they just will not come together no matter what I do. I can run over small dogs and old ladies. Not really, it's the same. But it's just that particular situation never moves. Or if I take, in this case, I took 10 steps forward, and one thing happened, and it set me 15 steps back. So frustrating. But the fates are in control. God is in control. And she's smiling about it. So I guess I better also. And Capricorn, you probably need to also just know God's in control. And plans are not for you to make, but for God to pull through when it's time. All right, and then with truth be told, owls always freak me out. But look at this. It's a window to the soul. You see that? Eyes are the window to the soul. That's what that says to me. Now, what to do about this card? This is a mask. Somebody around you is wearing a mask. They are not being 100% honest with you or upfront. And, I have a sense of what this card means for me. And it's for you to determine what it means for you. That is a window in the middle of that owl's chest. Owls are known for what? Observation, right? Night. Those are nocturnal animals. This mask, this masquerade ball type of mask. And aren't we familiar with masks these days? All right, let me get a move on here. I'm not going to pull 12 cards. I'm probably only going to pull 1 or 2. Let me just see. Ooh, they're slick. Because they're new. Those dropped out. So I'm going to go one more shuffle. I don't know if I lost control of the deck or if that was supposed to be. Ooh, this is getting a little difficult. My hands are dry too, y'all. So I got my little lotion over here by me. I want one more to fall out. One of the other things that's been going on with me is I'm coming up on a sensitive time of year. As opposed to when my mother has passed on. And it's nearly time for that. That time of year. She also passed away on her birthday. And I've just been hypersensitive. And it's been a while. It's not like it's fresh. It's been over 20 years. I'm hearing forgiveness. Forgiveness and moving on. You are needing, somebody is needing to forgive. Not forget, because that makes us fools. Forgive and move on. One more. Just one more. Because that one dropped out. try again, and then I'll just pull from the bottom. I'll take that. Oh, man. All right. First card is Moon Jar. I'll show it to you in a second. Moon Jar number 5. This one requires a bold decision. All right. You'll fail if you hesitate now. You must not pass initiatives on to others. You have to finish what you started. You have to solve problems you created yourself. You have to overcome your difficulties with a strong will, and don't worry about what others would think. Help from others will only hinder you now. Wow. I wish that I could tell you how that applies to me, but let me just tell you it's spot on. I'll just leave it at that because I don't really want to share, but all right, the next one is Royal Ancestral Shrine. I'll show you in a minute. All right. Let's see, I don't want to block the image. Very powerful in abstract and not so realistic. Unfavorable for ordinary folks living a tough daily life. But this may be a good card for someone with power or social status. The most central concept that dominates a person's mind: past wealth and glory. Let's dig a little deeper on that one. The shrine is dedicated to the deceased kings and queens. It is a Confucian royal ceremonial structure in East Asia, which architectural plan is very unique and distinguished. The building is admired by top-notch architects around the world. It's simple yet overwhelming. The atmosphere creates the sense of grandeur of enshrining the spirits of the dynasty. The structure functions to confer a sense of legitimacy and power to the dynasty and represents the dynasty itself. The kings of Joseon, Joseon for those of you who want to correct me. Oh dear, sorry. From their youth, the kings of Joseon from their youth regularly visited the shrine and learned about their heritage and the legacies of their bloodline, and were constantly reminded to keep them in mind. Remember where you came from. They learned the lessons from the achievements and life paths of their great ancestors enshrined there, feeling and bearing the weight of their footsteps and realizing that they too would eventually be enshrined there. Remember where you came from and respect your bloodline, your heritage. Yeah. Excuse me. Play blindfold tag. unskilled beginning, but an affluent life with almost all needs and wants fulfilled. Spring days of life. One from a powerful family or prestigious family background. Noble status and secure future. Now is the time to be fully happy with everything given. Lady of high status and a young lady. Okay, well, fully happy with everything given. Appreciate what you have. That's what I got. 49. Royal meal tables. All right. Unexpected gift, bonus, implies luck or blessing following from the top down. Will be endowed with many things by the virtue of obedience. Oh, okay. Be obedient. May win a small award or be honored. Will obtain a stable life by faithfully discharging your duties. Take advantage of the benefits of being around a competent person. All right. Be obedient. Yeah. Unexpected gift. Luck or blessings flowing from the top down. Okay. Well, that's it in plain words, y'all. May win a small award or be honored. Very nice. Hey, look for it. You deserve it. And then this last one is, all right, I cannot pronounce it. It's called the Palace Building. Here you go. You can enjoy many good things, but if not careful, you can fall into debauchery. The job involves the construction of an overall structure with authority and dignity, so it is suitable for public work. There will be serious consequences if you abuse a given opportunity. Take advantage of the opportunity to stand in front of other people. You will win some big award or be congratulated. Hey, all right. Wow. So get yourself ready to be acknowledged and awarded. All right. Oh, the next card in the Oracle deck. Time to go. I don't know where she's headed across that smoky bridge, but I've had a dream about that bridge before. I've seen that bridge so many times. With all that fog below it. You can't really see the road, but you can. Looks like it's a gateway just to the same stuff, but it's not. You see that light right there behind it? Taking you to a new dimension. So Capricorns, get ready. Because you cannot imagine what's next. All right, that's what I